coach Matt LaFleur. His team at 500, 2-2 through the first 4 games of the season. Mike Tirico, Greg Oates are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And off we go from East Rutherford. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Once again, it's Scatterby. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple-score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the 4th quarter, this thing's within one score. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
That first down run lost 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down. Now, Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. It is 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd. And 14. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete to Watson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Open is Kraft. He's got it. To the pylon. He's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays...
And he lost the football! Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now, it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is like, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat.
Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Back deep for Olave. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Third and a long way to go. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. had a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt called by the turnover on downs last time they had it. They're trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. On first down, Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Neighbors in motion. On the give, Scatterboo. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Dart going to hold on to it himself, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Let's go.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 70 Wolf. Check. Hey, check that.
Running from the pistol, it's Jacobs. He'll take this down to the 23. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. They face second down and 7. Throwing now from the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. Here we go. Dragon 60 Bison. 18 Rattle. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. the extra point. And the Packers will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter.
Carlson set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back on. The field. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Packers 60 average. 60 average. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw right side to Olave. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
1st down throw there is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll look to pick up the pace.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Stop. 19 right. Warriors 17.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Rangers, 79 Broncos.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 28.
Now a shotgun. It's done. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Here comes a return, and he'll... forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Short, complete to Likely.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Ready? Cougar Knights, ready.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, Dragon, Viking, 18. Steady.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lloyd. He'll try To get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready up.
Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Packers extend the lead to 24-0. So after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. A run straight ahead, that's Scatterbury. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Giants.
At the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Dart. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Scatterbury. And he's in! Cam Scatterbury. Touchdown, Giants. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Throwing. Dart. That's pulled in. And they're able to tag on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Packers offense about ready to take over once more. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. From 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go, set. Lion. Go.
The run over center, and it's Lloyd. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down. down, right back to Roy. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Running is Jacobs. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
So 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Forced out left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On 3rd and 1, it's Dart. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's caught! And this is gonna be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Looking to throw. It's Dart. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
from the 50. He'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Here we go. One final play. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle.